As an herbalist, one of the more common conditions I seem to be running across as the years go by is irritable bowel syndrome. And it can be with constipation, it can be with diarrhea, you have celiac disease, you have Crohn's disease, you have a whole host of diseases and conditions that affect the guts, the intestines, that real important part of your digestive system. And that irritation can drive people out of their mind because it is so painful. And so often those spasms just don't seem to be eased by anything other than harsh chemical drugs. Back in the late 1800s, they had a condition that they called bilious colic. And basically that's what they were talking about. It was that irritable bowel problems that sometimes was strictly intestinally related. Sometimes it had a little bit to do with the liver and the gallbladder causing it. Now, one of the herbs they used back then, and it fell out of favor after a while, but now it's slowly starting to make a comeback, is the wild yam. Now, this is not an eating yam. This is a relative of it, and it's the family where the birth control pills originally came from because the progesterone, the early molecules of it anyway. And Tommy Bass, my teacher, originally used this for arthritis and rheumatism because it was such a good anti-inflammatory. And for irritable bowel problems, the spasms at least associated with it, this is the plant to go to because that anti-inflammatory quality just eases the spasms, eases the pain, and really immediately starts to give you some relief. And this is a common plant out in the deep woods. Sometimes you'll even see it on the side of the road. But if you dig it, it has a short, knobby rhizome. It doesn't look like an eating yam, obviously. Cut it up, boil it, and it'll make a real slimy, what's called a mucilaginous red-looking tea. And as soon as you start taking a spoonful of that, the spasms ease up. It gets just immediately a sense of relief to the system. And so then you can use things like the New Jersey tea, the red root, which will go down and really help to retone the bowels and clear up the condition that's causing the spasms. And this gives you that symptomatic relief. Or if you have arthritis, take the root, make that tea. Sometimes you want to add cucumber tree bark, sometimes add prickly ash. Those are good herbs to use in combination with this, and you'll see some really fast relief. This does not take long to work. That's what I like about it. If you need some fast relief for the spasms associated with irritable bowel problems, this is the plant to go. It's not the cure, it's symptomatic relief, and then you use the other herbs to cure the problem that you have. It's easy to find, and it's a beautiful vine that as it grows up, every once in a while the leaves grow off in a whorl, in a circle around it, and they just sort of stick out. They're heart-shaped. They have long, prominent veins in them. It's a real easy plant to find. And then when it blooms, it looks like a cluster of Chinese lanterns. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful plant. I grow it in my yard just as an ornamental because it is such a beautiful plant. But not only is it beauty, it's brawn, it's strength, it's powerful medicine. There's no questioning whether this stuff works or not.